Greetings, esteemed viewers. In August, a revision draft to the Korean New Car Assessment Program, KNCAP, was presented for the full frontal crash test, frontal offset and DB crash, post-crash rescue and extrication safety, and EV post-crash fire safety, considering manufacturers' opinions and harmonizing with Euro NCP. The draft relaxes the capping limit of chest compression for male in the left rear seat during full frontal crash and assesses ease of seat belt release separately during post-crash rescue and extrication safety, in consultation with manufacturers. The neck bracket is adjusted to the minimum for dummy seating, in harmony with Euro NCAP. Drafted in September, the revision draft extends the grace periods for LEV3 standards. LEV3 standards may apply to the vehicles certified until 2026 and delivered until 2027. Certification standards are diversified with the integration of EPA's Tier 4 standards into LEV4. Notably, the draft relaxes the phase-in schedules for the delivery rate by category during 2027 to 2029 for the vehicle manufacturer. In the case of the small volume manufacturer, the delivery rate of 0% or higher may apply until 2031. New types, NT. Implementation is January 1st, 2026, and all types. At certification is 2026/delivery is 2027. Drafted in September, Emily pre-announced the next emission standards based on the CARB's LEV4 and EPA's Tier 4. These standards will be implemented from 2026. However, a grace period also exists for the application of LEV3. This revision is the final draft and is expected to be promulgated within this year, considering its implementation next year. In this final draft, slight changes have been made to the CVS 75HC tailpipe plus NOx emission standards for partial soak since the last draft. US 06 and SC03HC tailpipe plus NOx emission standards for vehicles not included in the delivery rate apply more relaxed standards. The credit/debit calculation method for fleet average CVS 75 emissions after January 1st, 2027 is newly established. Additionally, the remaining credit/debit of CVS 75, US 06, and SC03 composite mode may be carried over. New types, NT. Implementation is January 1st, 2026, and all types. At certification is 2026/delivery is 2027. Drafted in September, CATRI presents a revision draft to KMVSS for the lighting system, as harmonized with UN Regulations No. 48, 148, 149, and 150. The lighting systems for illumination are harmonized with 01 series of UN Regulation 149, while the lighting systems for signaling and retroreflectors are harmonized with 01 series of UN Regulations 148 or 150. In addition, the installation requirements of lighting systems are aligned with 08 series of UN R48. The requirements for the operation of driver assistance projection are established, and the luminous intensity for headlamps and front fog lamps are revised. New types, NT. Implementation is September 1st, 2026, draft. Drafted in September, CATRI held a meeting to discuss the prospective assessment methods of NCAP V2X and to collect manufacturers' opinions. Following the implementation of document-based assessments in 2025, CATRI establishes draft procedures for on-road vehicle testing and assessment. The draft refers to incorporating SAEJ 2945 scenarios, NHTSA accident data, and domestic traffic accident statistics. In addition, CATRI considers the application of LTE, V2X, and V2N in line with the MAHLET's plan to establish the LTE, V2X, and V2N environment. New types, NT. Implementation is January 1st, 2026. Promulgated in August, MAHLET promulgated subordinate laws for CSMS and SUMS. The revisions specify detailed requirements for CSMS and SUMS in line with MVMA, promulgated on February 13, 2024, effective on August 14, 2025. The vehicle manufacturer shall ensure the cybersecurity of vehicles and software update adequacy. In case of serious vehicle cyber attacks or threats, vehicle operation may be restricted by the Minister of MAHLET. Furthermore, non-compliance with software update requirements may result in penalty surcharges and administrative fines. New types, NT. Implementation is August 14th, 2025, and all types. AT is August 14th, 2027. Promulgated in September, the promulgated revision specifies the detailed regulations of KMVSS concerning the occupant protection, fuel system integrity, high-voltage electric devices, etc. The revision is not only harmonized with UNR 153, but also includes provisions unique to Korea. New types, NT implementation, is September 10, 2025. Drafted in September, the revision draft aims to harmonize Korean regulations with new UN regulations, driven by the finalization of UNR 174, Dedicated Seatbelt Reminder, SBR, adopted at the 196th session of WP.29 in June 2025. The implementation date for new vehicles, NT, is tentatively September 2027, aligning with the UN regulations, with grace period for existing vehicles, AT, to be determined after manufacturer feedback. This draft also includes the requirements for folding seat installation and for removable seats warning to detect when they've been taken out. New types, NT, draft implementation is September 1st, 2027.